What's up guys, it's Keita. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time since I posted a video, so I figured I'd come on here and do a little get ready with me, update you guys on how I do my makeup now compared to how I used to do my makeup, which is a little bit different. Let's get started. As you can see, I just got out the shower. That's why my hair is really wet, so ignore that. So the first thing I do is take my Tatcha water cream and I'm going to apply this all over my face. I love this cream. It's so expensive, but honestly I think it's worth it just because I'm very into skincare and I like to take care of my skin, obviously, like everyone else does, but this has changed the game. I got a sample of this a while back, and after that I was like, oh yeah, after I'm done with this I need to buy the full size, and I did. I also add a little bit more to my T-zone, around my nose and around my eyes, just because I get a little bit more dry in those areas. If you see me looking up, it's because my mirror is literally right here above my camera, so don't mind that. I kind of like to let this sit and dry a little bit so I'm not putting product on wet skin. The next thing I do is my concealer, and I use the Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealer, and I'm in the shade 31. Now I just apply this to the middle of my forehead, down my nose, around my nose. I unfortunately have a mustache, so I take this all the way down here. And I do have a little bit of darkness around here just because you can see my veins through my skin, unfortunately. And then I just take a little bit on my chin area. Then I'm gonna put a little bit under my eyes. No more triangle over this way. I don't know who still does their makeup like that. Like, please, you do not need that much concealer. I'm gonna take my damp beauty blender and I'm just going to blend this out. I'm probably gonna fast forward this part just because nobody wants to watch me blend out my concealer for 3 hours. So I'm getting my nose pierced today. I know I already have this side done, but I would like to get my second side done so I can have a hoop and a stud. I'm kind of scared, but at the same time, I've done it once, so I can do it again. I hope I can do it again. Damn ghosts. I've always been a drugstore concealer type of bitch. And finally, I gave in and I bought the Makeup Forever concealer because I heard it was amazing. And them people were not wrong. This concealer is amazing. Usually with concealer, it makes my face look more cakey than it already is. Clings on to texture. I don't know if I just use the wrong products or I'm not doing it right or what, but this concealer I have had no problems with at all. Okay, so after my concealer is done, I try not to set as much as possible. I don't bake or anything. I use the Maybelline Fit Me matte and poreless powder, and I generally just set underneath my eyes because that's where I get the most creasing. So I'm gonna blend that out a little bit before I set this. I'm gonna take a dense face brush and kind of swirl it in there. I'm gonna tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna go really lightly underneath my eyes and a little bit on my eyelid, just so when I apply my eyeshadow, it has something to stick to and it'll help blend out my shadow. I will take a little bit more and just do the center of my forehead, down my nose, and around my mouth a little bit. I'm just going to take the excess and go all around my face. Now, you guys know, if you have watched my makeup videos before, you know I always start with my brows, but since I've changed up my makeup routine, I do my brows absolutely last, which is crazy for me. So my next step is I'm going to bronze. I'm going to use the Anastasia Bronzer in the shade Tawny, and I know a lot of people hated these bronzers when they came out, but this is my favorite bronzer ever. To apply that, I'm just going to use a tapered brush, and to apply that, I'm going to be using I'm just going to be using a tapered face brush. And I'm going to start up here by my temple using a really light hand. I know you guys have been wondering, where have I been? Between the whole quarantine, COVID, all of that bullcrap, it really put me into almost a little bit of a depression, I'd say. Just no energy, no motivation to do anything, see anybody, not even text anybody. Like, I have been to myself for months now. But finally, I've been feeling pretty good. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that, being at home 24/7, not being able to do anything. It really sucks. I'm sure that a lot of you have felt the same way. I think for me, it's easier to get out of that funk when I kind of follow a routine daily, because there's days where I'll wake up and I will lay in bed until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then get up, and then eat, and then maybe shower if I'm in the mood to do that. So it's just like, I don't know, just zero motivation to do anything. That's why I have had no motivation to even film videos, let alone get out of my bed. Also, I was wondering, what type of content would you guys like to see on this channel going forward? Like, I don't care what it is. It can be crazy, wild, I don't care. Just comment down below. What type of content would you guys like to see? I've been thinking about doing, I watch a lot of Smoky Glow, and she does these evolution of videos. She has like a series on her channel where she does evolution of blank, basically a YouTuber or influencer, and I find them so interesting, and I've been thinking about doing something like that. So let me know down below if you guys would like to see something like that. I also have a clothing haul coming soon, because I kind of became a little bit of a shopaholic lately. Not proud of it, but it is what it is. You guys know I love clothes, love fashion, so I think I definitely want to incorporate that into my channel more often. How do we feel about this whole James Charles situation? I can tell he's desperate. Everyone says that, okay, that was just an excuse for him to say in his video that he's just desperate, but I honestly do really think that he's desperate for a boyfriend. Obviously, his way is not working because he's getting in more and more trouble each time he talks to these underage boys. I just don't understand, like, he has so many people on his team. Like, if I was in his position, there would be so many people telling me, like, no, like, do not do that. That's not a good idea. I feel like that's what happens when you reach a point in your career where you have people around you who are only willing to tell you yes and are always going to tell you, like, yeah, that's a great idea, even though it's a horrible idea. I just want to know who lets him do things like that and make him feel like it's okay. Anyways, let me know down in the comments below how you feel about that situation. Contour / bronze my nose. I only take a little bit of this bronzer and I'm gonna go down the sides of my nose. I've always done this, so this is nothing new to you guys, but this is something I will probably forever do in my makeup routine. I just make sure I blend it out very, very good because, you know, some of these girls be walking around with 2 brown lines down the sides of their nose, and we can't have that over this way. So I make sure I blend that out very, very well. I'm sorry, I keep looking at myself instead of the actual camera. I need to stop doing that. Sometimes I really can't help it though. I like to make sure I'm in focus. I also go a little bit underneath my nose. I'm not sure what that does, but I've always done it, so I'm going to continue to keep doing it because I like how it looks. And then with the leftover I have on this brush, I'm going to take it underneath my lip. Just the bottom one, just to give myself a little bit more of a pout. Okay, let me apply some Blistex. This is my favorite chapstick I have ever used in my whole entire life. I believe it's just Blistex with like some type of medicine in it, but it is amazing. Literally, it's almost gone. Like, that's ridiculous. So I also been thinking about doing a little bit of, I don't want to be a drama channel, but I do kind of want to get into some type of commentary type drama channel, whatever you want to call it. Just kind of giving updates on YouTube drama, YouTube influencers, things that are going on in the YouTube space or social media space. Also, let me know down below if you guys are interested in seeing that. I'm just really lost on what exactly I want to do with my channel because, of course, I love doing makeup and I will obviously incorporate makeup into my videos as much as I can. But the makeup industry is so saturated right now, especially on YouTube. So I feel like I want to do something different, which is not just that doesn't just have to do with makeup. Now I'm gonna take my all-time favorite palette right now, and that is the Pat McGrath, what is it called? Divine Rose. The Pat McGrath Divine Rose 2 palette, and I got it in the pink one. Of course I had to. Speaking of pink, how do we feel about Trisha Paytas right now? I know she's gotten a lot of hate over the years because, I mean, she's Trisha Paytas, but I feel like her being on the Frenemies podcast has made her seem a little bit more real. And unfortunately, I'm low-key starting to like her. And I feel bad for liking her. But I don't know, I feel like everyone deserves to have a chance to change, and I feel like she's actually showing change. You know how some people, they apologize and that's that, and they continue to do what they were doing. But I feel like Trisha apologized and she's actually working on herself and changing for the better. Oh, I forgot to show you what shade I'm using. I am using the shade, it doesn't say on the actual palette. It comes with this card, so let's see. I'm using the shade Naked Blush. This palette, guys, like, I can't even deal. So I'm just going to also put this all over the lid. I've been very much into pinks lately for some reason. I never used to like pink eyeshadow. I was very a warm tone type of bitch, but pink has been my go-to lately. Just gonna blend this out really quickly. Now once I have that blended out, once that's blended out, I'm gonna take a packing brush. I'm gonna use that same color and I'm just gonna pack that onto the lid so it's more opaque. Everyone buys Pat McGrath's palettes for the shimmers, but the mattes are also amazing. And I love this shade so much that I actually use it as a blush. So I'm gonna take this fluffy blush brush and I'm going to put that into the same color I have on my eyes. I'm gonna lightly dust this on my cheeks and blend it up towards my bronzer. Also gonna add this to my chin, a little bit to my nose, also a little bit to my forehead, just to blend everything together. Now I'm going to take the bronzer brush the tapered brush that I use for my bronzer, and I'm just gonna go blend everything out just so it looks seamless. There's no lines or blotchiness. Can you guys believe I do my brows last? Like, that is crazy to me. I would have never thought that I would ever be doing my brows last. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit up close of what the eyes look like before I finish my brows. Okay, now onto the brows. I use the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and I use it in the shade Natural Brown, Neutral Brown, either way. First, I just kind of like to brush them upwards so I can get a straight line at the bottom. This might take a while, so I think I'm gonna do my brows off camera and then I'll be right back. Now, as you can see, I do my brows a lot different than I used to. Instead of doing, you know, the block brows, you know, that was in during 2016, I really just define the bottom line and then leave the rest be. And then I also use the Glossier Boy Brow, and this is in the shade Brown. You guys and I really used to love the dark block looking brows, and I don't know, not sure why, because honestly, if I see somebody with brows like that nowadays, I just look at them like, really, to me, it's just not cute anymore. The trend has gone. The trend has gone. Okay, so now that my brows are done, I'm gonna move on to my lashes. I do wear false lashes sometimes, maybe most of the time. Where are my dummy wispies? Dummy wispies, wispies, wispies. Okay, now I'm gonna do my lashes, and I usually use the Demi Wispies. Those are my favorite lashes of all time. If you ever see me with lashes on, they're Demi Wispies. They're not too big, they're not too natural. I think they're the perfect length, the perfect style for me. So I'm going to put them on off camera because it takes me a minute to put lashes on. So I'll be right back. Okay, now that my lashes are done, I do like to add a little bit of Freckles just around underneath my eye area. I don't even know if you can see that on camera, but now for the lips, I'm going to wipe off the Blistex that I had on, and I'm going to apply the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. I've been loving this stuff. I didn't think I'd like it just because the tingling and the, like, how does that work? I don't know, but I love how it looks on the lips. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to comment down below and give me some ideas on what you guys would like to see in the future. My next video is probably going to be a clothing haul, just because since I just went shopping, it just makes sense for me to film a clothing haul. But other than that, make sure you follow me on all my socials, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.